Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for Shubha Mangalarti. I thank all the Japalites. So, we start our all auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam class with a short kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatira Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langaite Girim Yat Kripatvam Mahamande Shri Guru Dinataram Paramananda Madhavam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 4, text number 13. Bhuyo namaha sadvrijina chitte asatam. Bhuyo namaha sadvrijina chitte asatam. Asambhavya akhila sattvamurtaye. Asambhavaya akhila sattvamurtaye. Pumsham puna paramahamsya ashrame. Pumsham punaha paramahamsya ashrame. Vyavasthitanam anamrugyadashushe. Vyavasthitanam anamrugyadashushe. One many translation and purport is Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Bhuya again Nama. My obeisances Sat of the devotees of the pious. Vijina, distressed Chitte, the liberator. Asatam of the atheist, the non-devotee demons. Asambhavaya, cessation of further unhappiness, Akila, complete sattva, goodness, murtaye, unto the personality, pumsham of the transcendentalist, punaha, again, Paramahamsaya, the highest stage of spiritual perfection, ashrame, in the status, vyavastita, nam, particularly situated, anumrugya, the destination, dasushe, one who delivers, translation. I again offer my respectful obeisances unto the form of complete existence and transcendence, who is the liberator of the pious devotees from all the distresses and the destroyer of the further advances in atheistic temperament of the non-devotee demons. For the transcendentalists who are situated in the topmost spiritual perfection, he grants their specific destinations. Purport. Lord Sri Krishna is the complete form of all existence, both material and spiritual. Akhila means complete, or that which is not kila, inferior, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. There are two kinds of nature, prakriti, namely the material nature and the spiritual nature, or the external and internal potencies of the Lord. The material nature is called apara or inferior, and the spiritual nature is called superior or transcendental. Therefore, the form of the Lord is not of the inferior material nature. He is complete transcendence. And he is murti or having transcendental form. The less intelligent men who are unaware of his transcendental form describe him as impersonal Brahman. But Brahman is simply the race of his transcendental body. Yasha Prabha. The devotees who are aware of his transcendental form render him service. Therefore, the Lord also reciprocates by his causeless mercy and thus delivers his devotees from all distresses. The pious men who follow the rulings of the Vedas are also dear to him, and therefore the pious men of this world are also protected by him. The impious and the non-devotees are against the principles of the Vedas, and so such persons are always hampered from making advances in their nefarious activities. Some of them who are specifically favored by the Lord are killed by him personally, as in the case of Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, and Kamsa. And thus, such demons get salvation and thereby checked from further progress in their demonic activities, just like a kind father, either in his favor upon the devotees or his punishment of the demons. He is ever kind to everyone because he is the complete existence for all individual existence. The Paramahamsa stage of existence is the highest perfectional stage of spiritual values. According to Srimati Kunti Devi, the Lord is actually understood by the Paramahamsas only as there is gradual realization of the transcendence from impersonal Brahman to localizer Paramatma to the personality of Godhead, Purushottama, Lord Krishna. Similarly, there is gradual promotion of one's situation in the spiritual life of sannyasa. Kutichaka, Bahutaka, Parivrajikacharya, and Paramahamsa are gradual progressive stages in the renounced order of life. Sannyasa and Queen Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas, has spoken about them in her prayers for Lord Krishna, Canto 1, Chapter 8. The Paramahamsas are generally found among both the impersonalists and the devotees. But according to Srimad Bhagavatam, as clearly stated by Kunti Devi, pure Bhakti Yoga is understood by the Paramahamsas. And Kunti Devi has especially mentioned that the Lord descends Paritranaya Sadhuna, especially to award Bhakti Yoga to the Paramahamsas. So ultimately, the Paramahamsas, in the true sense of the term, are unalloyed devotees of the Lord. Still, Jiva Goswami has directly accepted that the highest destination is Bhakti Yoga, by which one accepts the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Those who accept the path of Bhakti Yoga are the fractional Paramahamsas. Since the Lord is very kind to everyone, the impersonalists who accept bhakti as the means of merging in the existence of the Lord in his impersonal Brahmajyoti are also awarded their desired destination. In the Bhagavad Gita 4.11, he has assured everyone, Ye tamam prapadyante, according to the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, there are two classes of Paramahamsas, namely the Brahmanandis, impersonalists, and the Premanandis, devotees, and both are awarded their desired destinations, although the Premanandis are more fortunate than the Brahmanandis. But both the Brahmanandis and the Premanandis are transcendentalists, and they have nothing to do with inferior material nature, full of the existential miseries of life. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshmurum Militam Vena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapatakabalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Chavisha Kanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostame Taptaka Jana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Yevacha पतितानां पापनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for a short Bhagavata class. I thank all my senior Vaishnavas, my mentor, and all of you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share a few points on what I have read, heard and understood. Okay, so here the conversation is going on. So Sukadev Goswami is again, is started glorifying. Then he says, I again offer my respectable obeisances unto the form of complete existence and transcendence, who is the liberator of the pious devotees. Paritranaya Sadhunam. Vinashaya Chadushkutam. So whoever are killed by the Lord, they also get the liberation. So that is the awesome mercy by the Supreme Lord. So here in the translation, it is mentioned that he is the complete existence. Complete existence means, and Ishopanishad, the invocation, it is mentioned that Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. That means the personality of Godhead, Krishna, is perfect and complete. And because he is completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself because he is the complete whole. Even though so many complete units emanate from him, he remains the complete balance. And also we can say Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Vidyasya Yashashashriya Jnana Vairagyamam Chaiva Sannam Bhaga Itingana. So the Lord is the Shadeshwara Purna. He is completely complete. Whatever is small portion is a small unit taken from him does not make him empty. He is completely full, always full. That's why he is called Bhagavan. So this way, Bhagavan, when he is glorified, and the sincere devotee should able to understand that he is Vibhu, we are Anu, and we are, infinitesimal. We are very small in size, but Bhagavan Krishna is the supreme. He is very gigantic in size. So, Lord Sri Krishna is the complete form of all existence, both material and spiritual, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Aham Sarvasya Prabhu Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Iti matva bhujante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. So the spiritual world, material world, everything emanates from me, Krishna says. So, um, and the words also he says that buddha bhava samanvitaha. Whoever understands this and acts accordingly, and Krishna will award his desired destination for him. So here we can also compare a father. A father has some children. So, according to their desire, the father will have to give a benediction for them. Say, one son, he wants to become an engineer, but father, according to his psychophysical nature, father advises you are supposed to do this. Then, if son agrees and does this, and there is a harmony, there is a peace, and there is a nice progress. And if the son does not agree to the father, also father cooperates him. Father gives him, all kinds of support like money, moral support, physical support, everything. And Lord also sees his uh, desire. Accordingly, the father will fulfill his desire so that he can become engineer or she can become doctor or another son become a teacher or another daughter becomes a entrepreneur. Accordingly, father fulfills the desire. When we talk about materially, father is fulfilling the desires of the children. Then the supreme Lord, and he has all the 84 lakhs of species are his children only. Then he has to fulfill their desires also. Krishna says, Aham Bija Pratapita, and also Krishna says, Mata Data Pita Maha. I am your father, I am your mother, I am your grandchild. Then he has to fulfill all the desires. That's why Krishna gives that little independence, and in that independence, he does not make a living entity forced to surrender him. So it is up to him. He has to read and hear from bona fide scriptures and acharyas. Then he has to act accordingly. So anyway, in these words, I would like to mention few points here. Krishna is the liberator of the pious devotees, and he can able to liberate any persons. But here, one thing we need to understand is he is also a destroyer of atheistic temperament. Like even though they are demons, but they are all children of Krishna only. Then for a rebellion child, father has to treat in a different way. For the obedient child, father gives his love and affection. And for disobedient children also, he gives love and affection, but in a different way. So, because he desired such and son is in a rebellion mentality, then Krishna has to fulfill his desires. Say, for example, there is a, you all know Bali Maharaj story. When Bali Maharaj he was there, and the Supreme Lord appeared as Vamadeva with full effulgence. Then he appeared in the arena. There were many other people also, like Sukracharya, Bali Maharaj's wife, Bali Maharaj's daughter. So the daughter name is Ratnamala. So she desired that she could also have a son like Vamadeva, because Supreme Lord appeared as a dwarf, small Vamanadeva. He looks very awesome, and aura is glowing around his body, and everywhere there is a shine just because of the Lord's presence. Then seeing his appearance, naturally everybody is attracted. Same way Ratnamala also got attracted, and she had a desire, saying, thinking that uh, I wish I had a son like this. In the beginning, she desired like that. But later on, the next episode, what happened? Bali Maharaj has been arrested by the Supreme Lord. Then at that time, and she desired, oh, he is arresting my father. No, no, no. My thinking is different now. He appeared like as an enemy. Now, even I decided to kill him also, because he arrested my father, and he created a great trouble. Then Krishna has to think, because he is Paramatma residing in everybody's heart. So he immediately grabs her Baba. Then the Lord has to fulfill the desire. So how to fulfill? Because these are the both desires are quite contradictory. One is to have the Lord as a son, like a motherly affection, and other side another desire is to kill him. So they both are quite different opposites. So the Lord in her next birth asked her to appear as a Putana. So Putana appeared, and she appeared to kill Krishna, because previously she desired like that, and also she wanted to exchange motherly affection. Oh, then she appeared as a beautiful woman, as you all heard in Krishna's pastimes, and they allowed her. She was feeding Lord Krishna in a motherly affection. At the same time, she wanted to kill with a poison smeared around her breast. Then Krishna, he killed her, and the same way he allowed her to be his mother also. Then, by killing the demon, the Supreme Lord awarded her liberation. Then she became a nurse in the spiritual world. So naturally, a nurse, what she can do, she can nicely, massage the baby, or feed the baby, or do some kind of nursing activities. So Lord, gave liberation for her, and she went back to Godhead. So this is the one thing. So in another situation, Dhruva Maharaj also he desired a greater kingdom than his father and grandfather. He wanted to become very rich. So the Lord has to fulfill his desire also. Okay. So Dhruva Maharaj, when he was small, and he was doing a great tapas, and he was even standing on single leg, and uh, he did ghora tapas actually. Then Lord has to award. So okay, what do you want? Then when the Lord appeared, just because of his darshan, he forgot all the other desires. Then see, I was looking for a piece of glass, but now I got a diamond. I don't want the piece of glass. I don't want any sensual pursuits or material desires. I don't want any kind of opulence. Just by your darshan, I am very happy. I am very blissful. But Lord does not leave. Okay, you have this kind of desire, no problem. Then Lord has created one separate planet for Dhruva Maharas. It is called the pole star, Dhruva Nakshatra. There, Lord said, you will have all the opulences at par with the spiritual world. So even in the pralaya also, this pole star will not be vanquished. You can happily stay there, and you can enjoy the full opulence once that is fulfilled, and then you can come to my supreme abode. So actually, Dhruva Maharaj did not want this after Lord appearance, but Lord still awards. So in this way, we can understand that Lord is the liberator of the pious devotees and also distresses the destroyer of the atheistic temperament devotees also. So another incident we can mention that Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is a wonderful devotee, and he always in the sparana of the Lord. In whatever existence he had in this material world, he always remembered the Supreme Lord Krishna. And not only that, he did a wonderful Nagar Sankirtan or preaching to the fellow demonic people. And he has transformed all of them into Vaishnavas. And seeing this, Shanda Amarka, they got bewildered. So in this way, Prahlad Maharaj became a wonderful preacher. And at the end, there is some reference which I can quote. There's a conversation keeps going on in the seventh canto. The seventh canto title is very nice. This is the science of God. When anybody wants, many people they are very eager to know different sciences like that biology, this genetic science. But if anybody knows the science of God, the seventh canto title, their life will become really blissful. Okay, so yeah. A servant who desires material profits from his master is certainly not a qualified servant or pure devotee. Similarly, a master bestows benediction upon his servant because of a desire to maintain prestigious position as master is also not a pure master. So Prahlad Maharaj prayers he is saying, "O my Lord, I am your unmotivated servant and you are my eternal master. There is no need of our being anything other than master and servant. You are naturally my master. I am naturally your servant who have no other relationship." So Prahlad Maharaj does not want to do any bhakti business. He says that I am your eternal servant. I have no other material desires. Like that, this keeps going on and on. So here in 7, 10, 11, which I have noted, um, O my Lord, full of six opulences, O Supreme Person, O Supreme Soul, clear of all miseries, O Supreme Person in the form of wonderful lion and man, let me offer my respectable obeisances unto you. Now you see, now Bhagwan Uvacha will come 7, 10, 11. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Prahalada, a devotee like you never desires any kind of material opulences, either in this life or in the next. Nonetheless, I order you to enjoy the opulences of the demons in this material world, acting as their king until the end of the duration of time occupied by Manu." See, one lifetime of Manu, that much period you can live in this material world. Now, Lord is saying, I order you to enjoy the opulence. But Prahlad Maharaj, he does not want to enjoy. When he was a child, when he was princess also, he had full opulences because Hiranyakashipu has conquered the three worlds. Then his own son, he becomes a prince. No, he has the privilege to enjoy all the three worlds, but he did not enjoy that. But what did he do? He was just serving the Lord, glorifying the Lord, and also preaching the glories of the Lord. Because when he was in the womb, he was automatically transformed by Narada Muni. In this way, Lord is saying, "Oh Prahlad, though you don't want to enjoy, but I order you to enjoy the opulence of the demons in this world. And also you transform all these demons into devotees, then you can come back to me." So here, one Manvantara, one duration of Manu is calculation as per 7th and 11. It is mentioned that approximately 30 crores 67 lakhs and 20,000 years. I repeat, 30 crores 67 lakhs and 20,000 years. Prahlad Maharaj, he stayed in the material world. But here, in the next words, what the Supreme Lord says, uh, it does not matter that you are in the material world. You should always continuously hear the instructions and messages given by me, and always be absorbed in thought of me, for I am the super soul existing in the core of everyone's heart. Therefore, give up fruitive activities and worship me. Like that, Prahlad Maharaj, though he was in the material world, but he is always in the thought of Krishna, means he is always in Krishna consciousness. Like that, he lived. What is that? Approximately 30 crores. 30 crores years is not a joke. So, if any of us has been asked to do this, we may have a question. But Prahlad Maharaj is, sincere servant of the Lord. He agreed for this, and he stayed like that. So, like that, Lord gives a lot of he fulfills desires of various devotees. And also, when Sudama actually he always wants to remember the Lord, and he cherishes the childhood uh, pastimes of Lord Krishna when they were in the forest, when they were in the Gurukul under Sandipan Muni. He was always thinking of the Lord. But because his wife had a desire to have a lot of opulences, when Sudama Kuchela came to the Supreme Lord, mm, the he did not ask any opulence actually. So he just wanted to have darshan of the Lord. Of course, he brought some small pack of chipot rice, and that too, it is not very palatable. But he wants to, see the Lord and give him something. But Lord, noticed and he grasped the consciousness of his wife. So they wanted to have a lot of desires, riches. Okay. So by receiving the chipud rice from Sudama, the Supreme Lord automatically avoided opulences in their residences. So their small hut became a big palace, and it is they're very nicely described in Srimad Bhagavatam. All the family members and his wife, and they were nicely decorated with a lot of jewelry, gold, diamonds, pearls, and his house became big palace. And so, okay, Sudama, he was not aware of all these things. So and at the end also, Sudama did not ask anything. I want money, I want jewelry, money, he did not want. So he nicely had a time, and the Lord has nicely, massaged his feet. He did the Padabhishek also. He sprinkled the water on his head and also on the queens of Dwarka. Then he hugged him. He had a very sweet time with his friend, and who is the Supreme Lord himself. Then he returned. So after his returning, he noticed that his hut became a palace, and he could not able to find out his wife also, because she was nicely decorated with fine garments and jewelry. So coming back to the point, the Lord he knows the desires of the devotees, then he fulfills. Then Sudama he felt very happy, but at the same time he wanted only to remember Krishna and nothing else he wanted. So like that, Lord will fulfill the desires of all the devotees. Okay, then another point I would like to mention is, when Krishna mm, entered in the Madhura also, Krishna Balram, they entered the climax scene to kill Kamsa. When they entered that Madhura, the big arena had been created. When the Supreme Lord appeared there for Kamsa, he appeared like an enemy. So he was very angry. And for the onlookers, the audience, he appeared very effulgent king. And for Vasudeva and Devaki, he appeared the dearmost son. And for each of them, he appeared and he fulfilled their desires accordingly. So, in this way, the Lord is Akilatma Bhuta, and he is also uh, completely whole. He has the desire to fulfill all the desires of the devotees. So, in the second para of the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that the Paramahamsa stage of existence is the highest perfectional stage of spiritual values. And also in this para, Prabhupada mentions that there are some progressive steps even in the sannyasa order also. That is a Kutichaka, Bahudaka, Parivrajikacharya, and Paramahamsa. These are all the gradual progressive stages in the renounced order of life. So even a renounced person, if he had any material desires, Lord will not tolerate this. When the Supreme Lord appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Chota Haridas, he was actually brahmachari, is almost in sannyasa order. And when he had some lusty desires towards a woman, and the Lord did not tolerate this. So he gave him a punishment. So Chota Haridas, he had to quit his body and he went to, I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, that Antalila. So he reached the confluence. There he left his body. Then after left his body, he again reached Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu awarded him a spiritual body. Then he used to sing about the Lord. He used to sing and nicely glorify the Lord. So why this happens means he had certain kind of desire, but here in the translation it is mentioned that he is the destroyer of the further advances in the atheistic temperament. If anybody has got the temperament of demonic mentality, Lord has to smash, destroy, and again make him a devotee also. And so in this way, he grants there are specific destinations. Some of them they go to Brahmaloka, some of them go to Vaikuntha Loka, some of them to Goloka, according to their will and wish. So, since the Lord is very kind to everyone, even for the impersonalist also, if for impersonalists he would award them the Brahmajyoti, but Brahmajyoti is not the ultimate destination. But since those devotees they wanted, Lord has to grant. But from there they can further advance. They can reach the Golaka Vrindavan. So, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, there are two classes of Paramahamsas, namely Brahmanandis and Premanandis. So the Srila Prabhupada says here, both of them are actually transcendentalists only, but one is inferior, one is the superior, and Premanandis are actually exchange the loving relationship with the Supreme Lord. Okay, so finally I will conclude that the Lord is a liberator as well as as well as he is the father of all the living entities. According to their desires, he fulfills their desires and grants him the destination according. Okay, so thank you very much for giving me this nice opportunity. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय. हरे कृष्ण. Any questions or comments or translations can go on.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭು, ದಂಡವತ್ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ್ ಪ್ರಭು. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ರಭುಗಳು 2.4.13 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾರ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ. ಭಗವಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಮುಕ್ತಿನೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಾದರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜೀವರಾಶಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಇಚ್ಛೆನ ಪೂರ್ತಿಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗುರುಗಳು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇವತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಶೋಪನಿಷತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಪೂರ್ಣ ಇದಂ ಪೂರ್ಣದಂ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂತದ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರ್ತ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿನೇ ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಾವು ಸತ್ಯನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಅವನು ಭಗವಂತ ಬಂದು ವಿಭು ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಣು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಹಂ ಸರ್ವೇಶ್ವ ಪ್ರಭು ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಭು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತನೇ ಪ್ರಭು ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 84,000 ಜೀವರಾಶಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವನೇ ದಾತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾದರ್ ಅವರೇ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನೇ ಬೀಜ ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ತಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ಹಿಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಪನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಸೇವೆನ ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಧಾಮ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಮಗ ಯಾವಾಗ ತಂದೆಯ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಓದ್ಗಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಂತ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದಾಗ ತಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಕನ್ಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೋದು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಹೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ತಂದೆ ಮಗ ಹೌದಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದಾಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ತಂದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೀತಿನೂ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿನೇ ಈಗ ಭೌತಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತಂದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಮಾತನ್ನ ಕೇಳುವಂತ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಸತ್ಯನ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜನ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ ತಂದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ 84,000 ಜೀವರಾಶಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಅವನೇ ದಾತ. ಸೊ ಅವನೇ ಪ್ರಭು ಅಂತ. ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಆಚಾರ್ಯರ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ನಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇಂದ್ರೆ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಡೋದು ಬರೀ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಡಿಮೆನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಸಹ ಅವ್ರು ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರವರ ಇಚ್ಛೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ಟಾನ್ಸಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಪ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಮುಕ್ತಿನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅವರೇ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ದಾತ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಗುರುಗಳು. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಬಲಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ನಡೆಯುವಾಗ ವಾಮನ ತುಂಬಾ ಮುದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮಗಳಾದಂತ ರತ್ನಮಾಲೆಗೆ ಆಸೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೂ ಸಹ ಇಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಗ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಮದೇವ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕ ಇರುವಂತ ಜಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ಲು ಗ್ಲೋ, ಒಂದು ಲೈಟ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚಂದ ಕಾಣ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಗ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ದೇವರು ಹೌದು ಇವಳ ಒಂದು ಇಚ್ಛೆನ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಲಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಡೆದಿದ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಅವರು ಬಲಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ಪಾತಾಳಕ್ಕೆ ತುಳಿತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ರತ್ನಮಾಲಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಈತ ಮಾಡ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವನ ಒಂದು ಅಂತ್ಯ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇವನ ನಾನು ಸಾಯಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಭಗವಂತ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಇಂಚೆಯನ್ನು ಪೂರ್ತಿಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಒಂದು ಬಾಲಲೀಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂತನ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾಳೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಸೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಮಾತೆ ಯಶೋದೆ ಹತ್ರ ಕಂದನನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ತನ್ನ ಎದೆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಷವನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ತಾಯಿಯ ವಾತ್ಸಲ್ಯ, ತಾಯಿಯ ಒಂದು ಭಾವ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡೂ ಇಚ್ಛೆನು ದೇವರು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೋಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಕ್ತರ ಇಚ್ಛೆನ ಪೂರ್ತಿಗೊಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಭಗವಂತನ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡನೇ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಧ್ರುವ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಧ್ರುವ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ತಾತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆಗಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಬೇಕು, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಆಸ್ಥಾನ ಬೇಕು, ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವನು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತನ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪೀಸ್ ನ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತನೇ ದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಟ್ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಭಗವಂತ ಎಂತ ಕರುಣಮಯಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಧ್ರುವ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ಇಚ್ಛೆನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಧ್ರುವ ಲೋಕನನ್ನೇ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಪ್ರಳಯ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಭೂಮಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೋಲ ಕಲ್ಲೋಲ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಧ್ರುವ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಭಗವಂತನ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ. ಮೂರನೇದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಂತೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಏಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಡೆಯ ರಾಜನಾಗಿ ಅವ್ನ ಸಕಲ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯವನ್ನು ಅವ್ನು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಯಾರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಡಿಮನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಅವ್ರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರವಚನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಡಿವೋಟಿ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ 7ನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯದಲ್ಲಿ 7ನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೋಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಭಾಗವತಂನ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಭೌತಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಓದೋದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗಾಡ್ ನ ಓದಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಸಂಬಂಧವನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಂದ್ರೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್. ಅವ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಏನಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನ್ ರಾಜ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನ್ ದೇವೋತ್ತಮ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷನ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಸೇವಕ ಅನ್ನೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮನು ರೀತಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ 30,67,27,000 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯುಸ್ಸು. ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ 100 ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಭೌತಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಆಯುಸಿದ್ರು, ಮನುಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಯುಸಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಅವರು ಭಕ್ತಿ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ತೊಡಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸುಧಾಮನ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗುನು ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸುಧಾಮ ಏನು, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಹೋದರ, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಗೆಳೆಯನ ದರ್ಶನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಸುಧಾಮನ ಕೂರಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಪಾದ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಂತರ ಆ ನೀರ್ನ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಕುಚೇಲನ್ಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ಶಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನ್ ಬಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವ್ನ್ ಗುಡಿಸಲು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅರಮನೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಂಡತಿನೂ ಅವನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೋಸ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸೈರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡಿವೋಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಗೆ ಭಕ್ತರ ಒಂದು ಆಸೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಸಹ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಧುರೆಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಅವ್ನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಿಗೂ ಅವನು ರಾಜನ್ ತರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾನೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಬಲರಾಮರಿಬ್ರುನು ಅವರ ದೇವಕಿ ವಸುದೇವರಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಮುದ್ದು ಆದ ಕಂಡ ಒಂದು ಮಗು ತರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಂಸನಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಶತ್ರು ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯದ್ಭಾವನ್ ತದ್ಭವತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಾಣ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಭಕ್ತಿ. ಭಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಡಿವೋಟೀಸ್ ಹೂ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾದೀಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೇಮಾನಂದೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಎರಡೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸೆಂಡೆಂಟಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೇಮಾನಂದೀಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಲವಿಂಗ್ ಡಿವೋಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಸಾರಾಂಶ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಲಿಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಭಗವಂತನೇ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಾದರ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿಗೂ ಅವರು ಇಚ್ಛೆನ ಪೂರ್ತಿಗೊಳಿಸೋದು ಭಗವಂತನೇ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಶರಣಾಗತಿ ಆದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಪ್ರಭು. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for a very nice translation. So, any other questions or add-ons, kindly come on the video and you can share your points. You have done any mistakes, kindly excuse me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. No questions, Prabhu. Today we were, especially the line which you, the theme which you took, that Lord is that takes care of devotees and non-devotees. That is, He liberates the non-devotees and destroys the suffering. Especially the first one, that Malibaraj's daughter Ratnamala. That was really I was not aware, at least. So it was so beautiful to hear that. And similarly, immediately came Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj and Sudama. All that was one fantastic role. Like, we normally hear Sudama's story, but here it is so clear. He didn't want, but his wife want. How Lord takes care of both the requirements. That was fantastic, Prabhu. Today's points. Amazing class. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, bro. So, Srila Prabhupada, so also he has, empowered all his disciples. Like, so whether they're demonic people or normal people or pious people, all our ISKCON devotees, they go to different places all over the world. They distribute the books, they distribute prasadam, they invite people. And we don't mind whether he is belong to which religion or whether he is a theist or atheist, So we invite them, we make them participate, we engage them in Krishna consciousness activities. And who are more merciful, the devotees are more merciful to the general mass of people. So Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, for giving us this wonderful service.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Shall we wind up the session?
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಸುಧಾಮ ಅವನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪೂರೈಸ್ತದೆ ಸುಧಾಮಂದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅವನ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಇದು ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ.